I've decided to stop judging people who watch football.
Hello? You're currently on the phone with KCK. Yep, that's me.
Welcome back, everyone, to On the Phone with KCK. I'm KCK, your host for this next hour. Whatever you're doing, driving in the car, that's where I listen to most of my podcasts. Probably like 50-50. I don't listen to my own podcast, just the podcasts that I listen to in general. But yeah, in the car, a lot of the times, I love music. Like, I think we all are aware of that. I mean, just look behind me. Also, I moved the microphone to this side, so we'll see. I didn't adjust the sound or anything. I just moved it. I think it'll be better because it used to be over here if you're watching on YouTube. Also, I just cleaned up my YouTube page. I added all of the episodes to the YouTube channel. I linked it in my link tree because it's just under my name. It's not under On the Phone with KCK. And my niece was trying to find it the other day and nothing was popping up. Actually, this like recommended video popped up and it was like this lady on meth. It looked like a video of her. She's like, Casey? I'm like, that is so funny. That's what pops up when my name pops up. Anyway, if you can't find it, just go to the link in my bio of both of my Instagrams, and then you'll see the YouTube link or whatever. Then you can watch all the videos. Well, you can watch the ones I recorded on a video, and then all the rest of them are also on there. So apparently some people only watch on YouTube. I mean, we talked about this last time, but I still can't picture that. I don't know why. Like, why do people only listen on YouTube? Why did that many more people? I don't know. My stepsister said she only like watches stuff on YouTube. Like she doesn't watch TV shows or anything. She just watches YouTube. It's like, all right, I guess I'll join. Anyway, so I went through and I cleaned up like the remnants of what was a failed YouTube career, which was, I mean, obviously it was fun to do it, but looking back, like I didn't have anything to talk about. Like I didn't know what I was talking about. I was just making random stupid videos, trying to follow the trends, whatever. I forgot why I was talking about this. Oh, anyway, yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, the microphone used to be on this side. Now it's on this side, the side where the computer screen is, where I look up stuff as I'm filming. And so instead of turning away from the microphone, I'm turning into it. So I think it'll sound better. Just baby steps, all these little tiny baby steps to get us to a great podcast. This is the 101st episode, and I think what a great episode to start on because Taylor Swift has finally, well, not finally, like I feel like people want music from her for sure. I mean, I do, but we wouldn't be like that shocked if she took a break. You know what I mean? Because she's put out so much music in the last 5 or 6 years. But yeah, she has released her next album release date and the title and everything. The Life of a Showgirl comes out October 3rd, which is National Mean Girls Day. And I was wondering, is that a Friday? Like, does that line up? Because how does she do this? Like, we're going to get into all this stuff, but how does she do this? October 3rd is a Friday. And she's like, because she did a podcast, that's how she announced it. She did Travis Kelce's podcast, and she said 10-3. It's easy to remember. And 10 and 3 equal 13, which 13 is her favorite number. I'm like, how do you do this? This is crazy. How does she make the calendar line up like that? Anyway, I am excited. I'm also very sad because I love this album, Torture Post Department, even though I kept saying it wrong for what I call it, the tortured, the what did I used to call it? I used to call it something completely different. Now I can't even remember. Anyway, I loved that whole vibe and the visuals and everything of it. So I was sad to see it go. Actually, she had the countdown thing where she was announcing the album, and I was like, she's gonna get rid of her whole YouTube or Instagram bio. It's gonna change, and I'm like, I gotta take a picture of it before it goes. So I screenshotted it, and let alone 2 minutes later, she announced the new album. Her whole thing changed. I just loved like the transatlantic vibe of that album. I loved the moodiness, the colors. Like it's not completely black and white like Reputation was. It was kind of like a sepia tone to it, you know? I just love that album. I love the merch for it. I didn't buy any merch besides 27 vinyls, but like she had a sweatsuit set, she had like rings, she had all these kind of stuff, and I didn't buy any because it's really expensive. And I'm trying to slow down, but it's hard. I feel like merch has like quadrupled in the last 10 years of what artists actually do and release. It used to be just like a couple t-shirts at a concert. And I feel like Taylor probably has a lot to do with it because she's just the master of all music and business and music related business. So it's like hard to keep up with all these vinyls and different variations of albums and stuff. But this is her 12th album, her 12th like new album, not including the re-records, and it only has 12 songs. And she said on the podcast she was on, New Heights, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce's podcast, there are no extra songs. There's not a bonus 13th song. There's not a deluxe album. There's not an anthology edition. And I'm like, I really hope you're lying. I hope you're lying so much right now because I want more than 12 songs. I hate 12 song albums. I know I've said it before, but they're not an album. I'm sorry, it's not an album. But there's a reason she does everything, so whatever. I'll take what I can get. She did say this album is the perfect amount of songs. If one was taken away or one was added, it would ruin the album. It would not make it what the album is supposed to be or cohesive or whatever. So she said this every line, every lyric, every melody is perfectly curated to what this album should be. Also, she partnered with Max Martin again. And who else did she partner with? Max Martin and some other guy. But Max Martin, let's see, Max Martin songs. He is behind some of the biggest songs that have ever happened in the history of the world. Sorry, I have to use a keyboard with a cord because the wireless one is acting funky. Max Martin and Shellback is who the other guy is. I don't know who Shellback is. Max Martin and Shellback are a highly successful songwriting and production duo. Okay, so it's not just, I don't know, maybe they partnered together later, but all I've heard is Max Martin, a Swedish songwriter and producer known for his prolific work in pop music. Shellback, also Swedish, is a songwriter and producer who has worked extensively with Max Martin. Let's see what songs they've done because it's quite amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills just thinking about this. Okay, I think I've never even heard that song, Slut Like You from Pink. I've never even heard of that song. I think they partnered together later because Max Martin's done a lot more music than this. DJ Got Us Fall in Love Again by Usher, Bon Appetit by Katy Perry, We're Never Getting Back Together, Taylor Swift. 22, Gorgeous, Delicate, all Taylor Swift. I Knew You Were Trouble, Taylor Swift. Let's see. Quitter, Carrie Underwood. I've never even heard that song. Let's see. This is not a very good list of songs. Best of Max Martin. Hold please. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is amazing. Favorite songs written/co-written by Swedish legends Carl Martin Sandberg and Carl. Their names are Carl and Carl spelled the same. Interesting. Carl Martin. Wonder why they go by Max. Okay, you ready for this list? 22, Break Free, DJ Got Us Falling in Love, Dark Horse, We're Never Getting Back Together, Love Me Like You Do, California Girls, I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, Raise Your Glass, Chained to the Rhythm, Katy Perry, Can't Stop the Feeling, Bon Appetit, It's My Life, Greatest Hits. They must have worked on their Greatest Hits ones. Ready for It, Endgame, I Did Something Bad, Don't Blame Me, Delicate, So It Goes, Gorgeous, King of My Heart, Dancing with Our Hands Tied, Quit Playing Games with My Heart, Backstreet Boys. Let's see. Who Knew? Pink. Sorry, I don't know why I said like that. I Kissed a Girl, Hot and Cold. What Do You Want From Me? Adam Lambert, Last Friday Night. Dynamite. One More Night. I Knew You Were Trouble. Daylight. Roar. Bang Bang. Shake It Off. Love Me Harder. Blank Space. Style. Bad Blood. Can't Feel My Face. Dangerous Woman. Hands to Myself. Just Like Fire. Send My Love to Your New Lover. Side by Side. No, side to side. Sorry. Side to side. No Tears Left to Cry. God is a Woman. Break Up with Your Girlfriend. On Board. Blinding Lights. Bad Blood. I already did that one. The Streams, Payphone, New Romantics, How to Get the Girl, Part of Me. I mean, it just goes on and on. Baby One More Time, Oops, I Did It Again, Into You, Greedy. They worked a lot with Ariana Grande. The One That Got Away, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's keep going, you guys. This is still going. We are at 162 songs, and they're all like crazy. That's insane. So I just have a feeling this album's going to be really good. We'll get more into this later because there's a lot to talk about. Let's talk about me. Let's see. This last weekend, we went to the Demolition Derby, and I love going to the Derby. This one, I say, was too long. It started at 6:30. I'm like, why would it start at 6:30? And I get a lot of it is the cleanup. Like a lot of that takes a lot of the time because the cars basically stop running. Like it's the last car to keep running that wins the round. The heat is what they call it. So then after they have to come and drag all these cars out with the big loaders and stuff. And so that takes a while. It was like 10 p.m. and they hadn't even started the last heat yet. And you would think that we'd want to stay for the last one, but We were all kind of tired. It was so loud. It was so loud. And our butts hurt because we've been sitting on those bleachers for so long. And we had like, I don't know, an hour plus drive back home. So we were ready to be getting out of there. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. It was very nice to see people I hadn't seen in a while. Plus they have outside, they have big food truck area. And the lady that does my eyebrows, which I'm getting them done tomorrow, not by her because she's on hiatus, but for good reason. She started her own food truck and it's scones. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was buttercream with Nutella. Oh my gosh. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. They had so many trucks. And we were late because we left a little bit later than we wanted to. And then we wanted to get some food. And so the derby had already started at that point. And it was fun. I loved it. I got this Ford shirt with like a Ford patch on it. I went to PacSun because I was like, Ford has been partnering with a lot of companies lately, a lot of clothing brands. And I know PacSun had something with them. I don't know if there's anything left. They had like a whole table and section, but of course, the one I wanted the most, I had like three patches on it, and it was kind of like a button-up shirt, almost like a jacket type thing. And they had an extra large, and it just was too big. It was too much. And I'm like, but I really want this. So I ended up buying a different one and then ordering the other one online in my size, which it probably should be here by now. I will have to go check on that. But yeah, I actually ended up getting another shirt because I didn't think I was going to go to the mall. So I was like, well, I'll go to Target because I just searched Ford merch or whatever on Google, and this one popped up. It was at Target. It's actually a women's shirt. They had one left at a Target that I happened to be next to because I went and had breakfast with my friend Cassie. She's literally, probably as we speak, having a child. She's probably giving birth as we speak, or maybe had just given birth. And so I wanted to see her before she had her baby. And this is her first, so she's pretty excited. We're all excited. And I was like, Kayla, I gotta go because I had to go to my niece's birthday party. But I was like, I'm gonna quickly drive to Target and see if I can find this shirt. It says there's one left and it's in the women's department. Mind you, it was back to school shopping. So it was crazy. It was really annoying. I was one of those people that was annoyed with all the kids and teenagers everywhere because go to school, get out of my way, get a job. But yeah, so I found it. I was like, here I am searching through the women's section. I always think like people are probably like, what is he doing? Like, why does he think he can wear women's clothes? And I'm like, first of all, I can wear whatever I want. Second of all, what if I'm buying it for like my sister or something? Like I could not be buying it for myself. Like you never know. I'm buying it for myself. I found it. The last one. It was a perfect size. It was extra large. It's supposed to be baggy. So I was like, okay, perfect. Then I went to the birthday party, and then the person I was going to the derby with was like, I want to go to Southtown Mall. I'm like, I am literally at a stoplight right next to Southtown Mall. He's like, perfect. So I'll meet you there. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go in. I'll meet you at PacSun. And he's like, okay, I'll be there in like 30 minutes. I'm like, okay. So I go in. I'm looking around. Mind you, back to school shopping. People everywhere. I searched every article of clothing in that store, the men's side, waiting for him. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm hitting every single red light. I'm like, please hurry. I think they think I'm trying to steal something. And it did look suspicious because I walked back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm like, I'm just trying to kill time. I'm not trying to steal stuff, I promise you. So anyway, he agreed I needed a smaller shirt in that one size. So I got the other shirt and ordered the other one online. Then we went to Buckle. Oh, I forgot about this. I bought a hat. If you want to see my outfit, just go to my latest. No, because I post weekly updates on my Instagram. So it'll be the last week. And it was an Ariat hat. And I loved it. I didn't even read what it said on it. I can't remember what it says on it, just Ariat and whatever, but the colors were perfect. Buckle, I have not been in a Buckle in a long time. I think I've been in there once since I worked there. I worked there when I went to college. Yes, I went to college. And it was fine. That was back when, in the area I grew up in, if you didn't work or buy from Buckle, you were pretty much an outcast. And I wasn't going to let that happen to me. So I wore the bedazzled jeans. I wore the Affliction shirts, the American Fighter shirts. I was unfortunately brought up in one of the worst times of fashion to ever exist. I think we grew up with the greatest music and probably some of the greatest movies, but we grew up with the worst fashion. Oh my God, it was terrible. I guess early 2000s was probably a little bit worse, but we had it really bad. We were just on the cusp of social media. Like Instagram started when I was in high school, which makes me sound old. I know. And so it was just basically like your friends. Like it hadn't blown up. It wasn't like an influencer thing. TikTok wasn't even a thing. Vine was around, but that was just funny videos. So like now kids have access to all this kind of different styles and whatever. And I'm like, ooh, if I would have had that, I always say if I would have had TikTok earlier, I would have been so much farther advanced in my life. I've learned so much from TikTok. I've learned that I'm not alone in a lot of things. Like in my mind, I'm always like, ugh, why do I feel like this? Or why do I think like this? Or what? And then someone posts a video and I'm like, that is exactly how I feel. And the video has like 600,000 likes. I'm like, huh, so I'm not the only one. Or just like all this little teeny little things, or like the motivational videos, like just like start what you want, do your passion, whatever. Or just like if I ever have a question about something, I will go to Google a lot, but first of all, I'll try TikTok. And if I can't find it on TikTok, I go to YouTube. Like there's just so much out there that you can find quickly. And I always say I would have been much farther along in my life. I probably would have taken a little bit of different course, probably wouldn't have gone to school. I don't know. I mean, getting older, like also you just get more mature with age, whatever. But yeah, why was I talking about that? How did I go from that to PacSun, right? Buckle. We were at Buckle. I worked at Buckle and I actually didn't mind it. It was okay. I spent way too much money. Like I didn't make any money there. The customers were fine. It was the coworkers. They were horrible. They were not nice people. Not all of them. There were some of them that were nice, but like the person I had to report to, she was okay. She wasn't the nicest. And then her little minion she had. He wasn't literally, he's taller than her, but whatever. They were just really petty and really annoying. Like me and my friend worked there together and we would do our work. Like we'd work and talk at the same time, fold the jeans sold, like, and they'd be like, you guys need to stop talking. Like you need to get to work. We're like, what the hell does it look like we're doing? We're working. Like there's no one in the store either. What does it matter? Like they just hated that we had a friendship and that we could do our job. And they'd always send us the people that they thought that wouldn't buy something. I remember this one kid and his grandma came in and they're like, I need you to go and help them because they didn't want to. And I'm like, okay. Because I know what this is. This used to be me and my grandma. She would come in and go school shopping with me, and I would get whatever I wanted. I know that sounds like spoiled or whatever, but I would. I'm sorry, I would. So I'm like, okay. So I went and helped this kid and his grandma. They spent like $1,500. I just remember the look on their faces, on my coworkers' faces. They were just so mad. They were so upset. And I'm like, that's what you get. That's what you get for being mean. Also, these three ladies came in one time and they looked like, I guess I could have seen them not wanting to buy stuff, but they each bought like 5 pairs of jeans. And if you know about jeans from Buckle, they are not cheap. And their bill was almost $2,000. And again, my coworkers were not happy. But what can I say? It's just how it goes. Anyway, Buckle now is like very, very Western, very catered towards the country community. So a lot of Wranglers there, a lot of Ariat stuff, a lot of just like Western inspired stuff. It's very different from what it used to be. So anyway, yeah, I think. Then we went home. Then we went to Derby. What else happened recently? I went to Chuckarama yesterday. Speaking of my grandma, that was her favorite restaurant. She would always go and get a big plate of salad and then a big plate of just food. She didn't like to get up and go back and forth. She'd just get it all at once and then, and then eat it. I haven't been there since she died. Since before that, it was kind of weird. My friends wanted to go. I was like, okay, I'll go with you. And I'm kind of worried about that place. We went to the one in Draper, and we walked in, and I was like, is this place like closing for the night? I think it was like 8 when we got there. And I was like, what time is this place closed? They're like 9. I'm like, still, there should be a lot more people in this building for it to be 9. Also, I forgot my grandma used to pay for it, so she would always have cash. I looked at everyone. I was like, did you guys get cash for a tip? They're like, no. I'm like, dang it. I felt so bad. Like I felt so bad. I almost wanted to tell the girl when she come up to get our food or plates to take them back. I'm like, please don't, please don't help us because we don't have any money to pay you. So note to self: make sure you get cash before you go to Chuckarama. They had orange creamsicle ice cream. It was so good. If you go there, get their coffee cake, which doesn't even taste like I'm sorry, I just had a lisp right there. It doesn't even taste like coffee. It tastes like cinnamon bread almost. The sticky buns are good. The Oreo cake is good. The ice cream's good. French fries are always good. We went on barbecue night. I think Wednesdays are barbecue night. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will go to Chuckarama. I'm not one of those people that says I won't go there because I will. But I'm kind of worried. I think they need some more better advertising, better marketing because they haven't opened up a new location in a long time. And the one in Orem closed. I don't know why they built one in Orem and in Provo. The one in Provo is always busy. Always. Yeah, that's it. What else did I do? I saw Weapons. That movie, I will never be seeing it again, but it was a great movie. It was a cool storyline. Great. Whoever directed it, it's the same guy that did Barbarian. It's a Jordan Peele production or whatever. It was cool. It was a cool story. Too gory. Way too gory for my liking. Even the stuff that wasn't that bad was terrible. It was awful. The sound effects, I covered my eyes for a lot of it. Like I just knew. Oh, I'm trying to. Sorry. All right, I was just thinking about a scene. It's not even that bad, but it's one that's haunting me at this moment. Basically, it's about this movie is about kids that all of a sudden at 2:17 in the morning they just get up and run out of their houses. No one can figure out why, and they can't find them. And they all are in the same class, all but one kid. And so the parents are blaming the teacher. They say she has something to do with this. So the teacher goes on leave and she tries to figure out all this stuff. And it's like from the viewpoint of four or five different people. And you kind of just figure out what happens. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm just trying to not think about this movie too much. There's a scene where I was closing my eyes and my friend Mallory went with me and a couple other friends were over on the other side of us. Because they bought their tickets before, so we bought our tickets after. It was literally like me and Mallory, and then a person in between me, and then Connor and Landon. And I'm like, why is this random person here? Like, we should have asked him to switch. We didn't. Anyway, I'm covering my eyes and obviously don't want to know what is going on. Mallory leans over to me. She's like, "Oh my God, his skull is breaking. His skull is breaking." I'm like, "Mallory, stop it. I don't want to know. Stop telling me." Oh, yeah. It was scary for sure. It was frightening. There's jump scares, there was gore, there was a lot of horror people are gonna like this. I think it has a pretty good rating still online. It was like at 100 last time I saw. And now they are thinking of doing a prequel to the movie starring Aunt Gladys. If you've seen the movie, you know who Aunt Gladys is. And Aunt Gladys, she's something. I also saw Fantastic Four. It was great. I thought well, yeah, it was great. I'll say that. I like the styling of it. I like the visuals. I like the fact that I'm pretty sure it said Earth 800 something, 863. I'm like, what? Because it doesn't line up like Earth 863 would not have the technology they have. And the technology they have was like in the 60s, but it's still advanced. It's kind of like I don't know. I don't understand all of that, but um it was cool. It was good. Like they definitely could have sped it up for sure. And it had a lot to do with this that surrounded this one character. It was good. I don't know why it was rated as high as it was. Maybe it's not rated very high anymore. Should we find out? 7.3. So I mean it's at average, I would say. It was different. It was different than I thought. Apparently the bad guy in this, let's see, what's his name? Galactus. He goes around and eats planets because he has to feed. That's like his thing. He just feeds and feeds and feeds. The people have a baby, the Fantastic Four people. Um, and it is the heir to sorry, I don't know what it's the heir to the space god's realm, his throne. I don't even know how to say this. And so he wants the baby. He says he will save the planet Earth because it's marked for death if they give him the baby. So the whole thing is kind of centered around this baby, and it was good. It was I don't know. The original Fantastic Four was just so good. Sue Storm and whatever his name is, Flame Man. What is his name? Torch, Human Torch. Those two are some of the hottest people I've ever seen in my life. So they're Jessica Alba and Chris Evans, if you're wondering. So I don't know. To beat them was pretty hard, but I mean, everyone in this is attractive as well. It was good. It was good. The original Fantastic Four didn't have like the CGI and the budget or whatever for what nowadays, like superhero movies nowadays were cool. Back then, they weren't really cool. They weren't really talked about. Nobody really wanted them. We're kind of getting back to that loop where no one really wants them again. Mallory was like, they need to stop making Avengers. I'm like, well, unfortunately, they're the only ones that make money. So they're going to keep making them. She's like, oh, they're so bad now. I'm like, Yeah, I think they are. The whole multiverse thing just did not work out for them. How much money did this make? Let's find out. Okay, I did a lot better than I thought. Fantastic Four First Steps has grossed $434.2 million globally, making it the highest grossing Marvel movie of the year so far. Domestically, it earned $240.3 million, surpassing other Marvel movies like Captain America Brave New World and Thunderbolts. However, despite these numbers, it's considered to have underperformed, falling short of the 500 million mark and expecting significant drops in box office revenue in subsequent weeks. Ugh, that's a lot of money. 432 million. They're disappointed. That is a lot of money to me. I don't know why Thunderbolts didn't do well. I like Thunderbolts a little bit better than this one. I thought Thunderbolts was great. So if you haven't seen either of those, go for it. This just popped up. Harry Potter. They says that they want the new show to go on for 10 years, and someone's like, "Oh, great! So we're gonna get 2 whole seasons." And I'm like, "It was very true." Warner Brothers and HBO are HBO specifically is known for taking forever to make TV shows, hence Euphoria. I will say Hacks though; they're pretty good at making new Hacks seasons. If you haven't seen Hacks, please, please, I'm begging you, go watch it. But the CEO of Warner Brothers stated that they are going to spend less money on superhero movies and more money on what am I trying to say? Original films. It says Warner Brothers is actively developing several new movies, including sequels, reboots, and original films. But that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Okay, it says Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav has stated the company will prioritize original films alongside their well-known IPs like DC and Harry Potter. The studio plans to release 12 to 14 theatrical films annually with a mix of tentpole DC films, New Line Cinema releases, animated, and selection of original movies. So basically, they said they're going to release like 2% of the releases are going to be superhero movies, which the new Superman did pretty well. How much did the new Superman make? I hate getting a new keyboard because this one, the buttons are too tall. I don't like it. Okay, the movie Superman 2025 has grossed over 578 million globally. Domestically, it earned over 331 million, surpassing Man of Steel, really, as the highest grossing solo Superman film in the US. The film is considered a success from Warner Brothers and DC Studios, achieving the second biggest opening day of 2025. What was the biggest opening day? Don't even know. Anyway, yeah, so that's some little information for you. Okay, I guess we can just dive in now that I've talked about myself and the things that I've done. Okay, so Dolly Parton is getting a Guinness Book of World Records record for having the most world records in the Guinness Book. Is Guinness after like the beer brand? Dolly Parton has officially been named Guinness World Records icon for her decades of achievements in music and philanthropy. The 9 to 5 singer holds 11 Guinness World Records, including most studio albums by a female country artist. 66. Just 66 albums. Despite the accolades, Dolly remains down to earth, says she's very humbled by the honor. Let's see what her records are. So she's an icon now in the Guinness world. Okay, number 1, the most top 10 entries on the US top country albums chart with 49. Most studio albums released by a female country singer, 66. First singer or country singer to be nominated for an EGOT. Really? Longest span of number 1 hits in the US Hot Country Songs chart, 35 years and 26 days. Wow. That's a lot. Most Grammy nominations for a female country artist, 51. Most hits on the US Hot Country Songs chart by a female artist, 113. Most decades on the US Hot Country Songs chart, female, 7. Most number 1 hits on the US Hot Country Songs chart by a female artist, 25. Most decades with a top 20 hit on the US Country Songs chart, 7. The longest span of number 1 hits on the US Top Country Albums chart by a female artist, 46 years and 197 days. Most consecutive decades with the top 10 album entries on the Billboard Country chart by a female artist, 7. Wow. She is absolutely amazing. What is her net worth? How much? Dolly Parton net worth. Forbes estimates Dolly Parton's net worth $450 million. However, other sources like Parade and Backstage suggest her net worth is closer to $650 million. That is a lot of money. Dollywood, which I want to go to so badly, has been named the best amusement park in the country. And people are like, yeah, probably because it's affordable. The fact that it is cheaper to go to Dollywood than it is to go to Lagoon in Utah is insane. People say like the drinks and food there, like the drinks are like $3. Like they don't price gouge you there. And it's like made for families, but it's still fun for everyone to go. I don't understand why they can do this, but all these other theme parks have to charge like a gazillion dollars for a churro. And again, like that's basically the parks are what's keeping Disney afloat at this moment in time. The movies have done well recently, but the parks are what make Disney money. So of course they're gonna charge whatever. I mean, people keep going. We keep complaining about all these prices, but we keep going. So we can only blame ourselves. Looks like Florence and the Machine are making a comeback. I think her name's Florence. Florence something. Let's released a video of her digging a hole, looks like on the cliffs of, I don't know, some English countryside, and she is screaming into the hole. So that's all I know. That is all I know. This was interesting because I saw this article. It says UMG, Universal Music Group, loses $16 billion last quarter. And they, no, last year or this year. Because anyway, they're crediting a lot of it to Taylor Swift not releasing any music. And that is a good point. But then just like 4 or 5 days later, Taylor Swift announces her new album. I'm like, that's interesting. Interesting timing. Jennifer Aniston is on the cover of Vanity Fair for September. And I was thinking about this the other day. She has probably been on the cover of magazines more than any other celebrity. Maybe not Kim Kardashian, but like a lot of them are of her not, what am I trying to say? Like a lot of them are like tabloid magazines because when her and Brad Pitt divorced, the whole Angelina Bradgelina thing, whatever, I swear she's on the cover of every magazine for the 10 years after that. Like she was always on the cover, like Jennifer drowning in sorrow, Jennifer drowning in debt, Jennifer drowning in heartbreak. Will she ever find love? Will she ever find someone that loves her? Like she's always on the cover. I'm like, she's probably been on the cover more times than anybody of a magazine. But this one, she wants to be. This one is like a one she chose to be. And she was talking about the movie The Breakup. I need to watch that again. I watched it when I was little. And it was kind of like whatever, but it actually is like a deeper meaning movie than I think people realize. It's not just like a rom-com. Would you even call it a rom-com? It's one with her and Vince Vaughn. And Vince Vaughn, by the way, is like the tallest actor in Hollywood, just so you know. I don't know how they base that on, but he's one of the tallest people in Hollywood. And the scene where she's talking about this, like the behind the scenes of the photo shoot for Vanity Fair, and they show her the clip of them after the party that they have, and she wants to clean up and he wants to play his video games. And she's like, I want you to want to help me. And that's when they get in their big fight. And apparently that whole scene was improvised. They did a bunch of they didn't even record it. They just did a bunch of scenes of them improvising it. And then the writers would just hurry and write as they went along. And then they would add that to the script. And they kind of picked and chose what they choose what they wanted to use. And that's how that scene came about. And it was just because it was kind of like natural and raw. And she said, because it was right after, she literally said, it was right after I went through that little separation, that little breakup, referencing Brad Pitt. And so she's like, this scene was very, very cathartic for me. It was very much needed. It was kind of like a therapy session for myself. I can't remember exactly what she said, but it basically, all these emotions that she had, she was able to release because they did an improvised scene. And I'm like, that's cool. So like a lot of the emotions were raw and real, and I don't know if it would have been the same if that wasn't the case. That movie is good. I remember watching it with my sister. We were in her bedroom, at one of her houses that she lived in, and the scene, they had like an alternate scene. I can't remember how the original show goes because I don't think they get back together. Spoiler alert. And then there's one scene where they're walking down the street and they see each other, and you think like they're gonna get back together or whatever, and they don't. And at the time, we're like, that was kind of a dumb ending. But I think the movie kind of just went over our heads, and now it makes a lot of sense because they loved each other, but they hated each other. Well, I guess I wouldn't say hate. I mean, at some point in the movie, they do hate each other. Me talking about a movie that's been out for 17 years. They realize they're not meant to be together, but they still love each other, but they hate each other. There's a lot in this movie, and I think there's a lot. It explains a lot of relationships. I remember seeing a clip of this scene probably 6 or 7 months ago, and I read the comments, and a lot of people were like, "This movie made me realize that I shouldn't be in the relationship I was in, so I ended it. This movie made me open my eyes to the relationship I was in. This movie made me realize things." Like a lot of people found this movie very helpful in helping them leave relationships that weren't fit for them. So anyway, the more you know. What is next? Okay, so Cardi B, she is putting out a song on Friday. It's called Imaginary Players. So this song will be out by the time you hear it. Also, Doja Cat, the song that I think sounds fantastic. Her new song, I don't know the name of it, but it comes out next Friday. So that song won't be out yet. It comes out the 21st. Cardi B. Oh, anyway, her album comes out. It must come out September, the end of September. When does Cardi B's new album come out? Because Taylor Swift's comes out on October 3rd. And basically, a Taylor Swift album come out, people change their release dates or they just expect not to get a number one because there's just no way. There's no way. She's already outsold. I don't even know the numbers, but I know she's already outsold every album that's happened this year and for the rest of this year. So Cardi B, okay, September 19th, which is 2 weeks before. I think it's so, Cardi B is so funny. Also, I need to talk about her in just a second. Yeah, 19th. So it comes out 2 weeks before Taylor's. And she basically quoted a tweet that said Taylor Swift releasing a new album October 3rd. And she posted two pictures. It was SpongeBob when he's in the cave. I think it's when he goes to live like out in the wild and he's like hiding from someone. And he's like does the whew thing. And then the other one is Brenda from Scary Movie. Is it Scary Movie 2? When Cindy is getting attacked by the ghost or the skeleton. And she's like, Brenda, help me. Brenda, help me. And she's like, please, Lord, thank you, Lord, or for making her get the white woman. She's getting at, thank you, Taylor, for waiting or letting her release her album first because she knows once Taylor's album comes out, it's over for her. She's been in some trouble though with people. I don't know how to phrase this. It wasn't even her that brought this up. Her merch online sold out pretty quickly apparently, and it was like the extra larges, like the plus size clothes. And her fans were saying, "Dang, the plus size community loves Cardi B or whatever." And I think she might have said something, and some lady made a whole video about it saying how she was fat phobic, all this stuff. And she's like giving her books to read. Like this lady was dead serious. And Cardi's made a few videos about it, and she finally made one. She's like, "This is the last time I'm going to talk about this because this is ridiculous." I didn't even bring this up. I didn't say anything rude. I just was saying what the fans were saying. And she's like, "I'm not going to read a book, spend 6 hours and read a book about fat phobia." She's like, "Because I'm not fat phobic. I'm going to actually watch a documentary about the political climate of today, or the the separation of like the wealth gap, or like she's like, I'm going to put my mind towards something that's actually useful because I'm not what you say I am, even though you made this whole video and like basically trying to tear me down." She's like, "I'm sorry for you as a mother." Well, I don't even know what it's about, but apparently maybe her daughter was offended by it, and that's why she did it. She's like, "I'm sorry to you as a mother that I offended you about your child. I will say sorry for that, but I'm not saying sorry for anything else because I didn't do anything wrong." And I'm like, interesting. But it must have gotten pretty bad because she came out and said something about it. Yeah. Cardi has also released alternate covers of her new album, Am I the Drama? And I'm so excited for this album. So excited. Cannot wait. Okay, what's next? Another magazine star is Emma Stone. She's on the cover of Vogue, September. It looks like she's wearing those shoulder pads for a football game. I don't think it is, but it looks like it. I think she has short hair in it, I want to say. Also, to to clarify my opening statement, I'm going to stop judging people who watch football. I always express my frustration of football because I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's so popular. But I'm like, I don't want to be that annoying person that's like, ugh, football. Like the people that I can't even bring Taylor Swift up to or around. Like the people who scoff and get so annoyed when Taylor Swift's name's even brought up once, or like when they see her on screen at a football game. I'm like, it's really annoying. Like, okay, you don't like her, but why do you have to like be repulsed every time you see her? I just don't understand it, and it's annoying. So I'm like, is that how I sound when I talk about me hating football? If so, that stops now. That ends now. I don't think I'll ever go to a football game, just so you know, a professional one. I've been in stadiums a couple times. Have I been in stadiums or just one stadium? Was I silenced or silent? I went to the Rice-Eccles Stadium, but it's a college football stadium. But I've been to Legion Stadium a couple times, and it's not for football games. But like I love the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is one of the funnest events for me, and I don't even watch the game. Like I'll watch it, see clips of it or whatever, but I'm there for the commercials, I'm there for the food, I'm there for the vibes, I'm there for this halftime show. Like Taylor said in the podcast she was talking on about the new album. She's like, I was aware of like sports because my dad would always talk about them, but I could tell you every Super Bowl halftime show that there ever was. She's like, I was going to football games to sing the national anthem. She's like, it was always like a means to get me to where I am today. And she's like, I don't know much about football or whatever. She's like, now she does. But so, anyways, I just want to let you know that the judgment of football stops now. You guys can enjoy it. What's that thing? Thank you. Your hard work has cured. What is it off of Scary Movie? Has unthawed my frozen heart and broken the spell. Chick turns into an angel. That's me now about football. Anyway, moving on. Emma Stone, cover of Vogue. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the Hong Kong Vogue. I still don't know if I'm going to get it because this person's going there later, so I don't know if it'll be sold out. But I text my friends who live in California. They're my Katy Perry friends. And I was like, you guys, you have a better chance of finding this magazine than I do. The Emily Blunt one, the Hong Kong Vogue. I want it so bad, you guys. I want it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'll have to buy it on eBay, which is fine because I've done that before. But there's like 5 different covers, and they're like, we're on it. We will look because I'm like, in California, surely you're gonna find Hong Kong Vogue. I guess my friend's dad does business over there or something, and he's like, why are you at Barnes and Noble? He's like, I'm trying to find this magazine, this one. He's like, oh, I'm going to Hong Kong in like a month, so I'll look for you when I go there. I'm like, you didn't have to ask him, he just said he would do it. He's like, yeah. I'm like, your dad is my hero. Your dad is truly my hero. I'm like, all right. So now I'm telling people that I have someone flying to Hong Kong just for me, just to get my magazine. But yeah, so stay tuned. The magazine saga continues, and trust, I will show you when I get the magazine into my hands because it is one of the coolest magazine covers I've ever seen. It's all shot inside of an elevator. I love magazines. Love. Someone the other day asked me, I think they know now my obsession with magazines, but like, because I was like, I need to go to Barnes and Noble because I'm looking for this magazine. They're like, oh, do you like buy magazines? I'm like, yeah, I do. I actually want to go through and count because I mean, there's a lot of magazines, and I love them. I love them with all my heart. There are some that I'm like, should I get rid of these? I don't know why I bought them. I there's some that I'm like, I just bought that just cause. Now I'm only buying them if I really, really love the person. And it makes it more meaningful, more special. Problem is, I love a lot of celebrities, so it still is quite an expensive hobby, but it's a hobby of mine nonetheless. Shrek 5 has been pushed back to June 2027. It was supposed to come out, was it this Christmas? I think it was this Christmas. And people were like, oh, they heard the complaints, they heard the bullying, they saw that people guessed the entire plot line, so they had to go back and fix it. I'm like, I hope they fix the animation. The animation was so bad. It was so bad, you guys. The storyline didn't make sense because they had triplets, but it only focused on one of the daughters. And I'm like, what is this? They're just trying to rush it, and it doesn't make sense. I would rather them take their times or their time. People must not know what is going on because in the comments they're like, will they stop announcing movies that aren't coming out for 2 years? I'm like, oh, you guys haven't been here. You guys are new here because they announced this and it was supposed to come out soon, but clearly they read the comments and were like, we need to go back to the drawing board. This happened with Sonic. Remember when Sonic came out and the animation was so bad that people complained so badly that Sony went back and remade the whole movie because it was so scrutinized and criticized. I just love how bullying works. This movie is coming out soon. It's called Swiped. I think it's coming to Hulu. It's got Lily James, Dermot Mulroney. Who's that? That sounds familiar. Oh, okay. That's who I thought it was. He's in the new show, The Hunting Wives, which is really, I don't know, it's based on a book. I never read the book, but it's very sexual. It's very entertaining. It's very soap opera-y. Kind of like Landman. It's kind of the vibe. It's in Texas. He's in that and he looks really old. If you're wondering who he is and you're a Friends person, he is Gavin. He is the one that came to steal Rachel's job. And he looked good in that, but now he's looking kind of old. I'm sorry. Anyway, he's in a new movie with Lily James, and trust, I will see any movie with Lily James. It's called Swiped. And if you're thinking, oh, that sounds like a dating app, it's because it's about the creator of Tinder and Bumble. It says, inspired by the story of Whitney Wolford, founder and former CEO of dating platform Bumble. So basically, what I got from this commercial, it's so funny to see the phones in here. That's like the iPhone, I don't even know, 8, 7, no, 9. Anyway, apparently she creates this company, Tinder, with these guys, and basically they screw her over and kick her out of the company. Kind of like, it's kind of giving Social Network vibes. I guess, or even Apple, because they ousted, what's his name? Steve Jobs for a while. Then they brought him back because the company was floundering. So then she goes on and creates Bumble, which is super successful as well. I don't know which one's more successful. I don't hear a lot of people using Tinder anymore. So I don't know. I think a lot of the people I know now are using Hinge. I've never used Hinge. I've used Bumble before, and it's just, I don't know. It's just not my vibe. They never, they're always advertising the hottest people like on the ads and stuff. And then you download it, you're like, none of these people are on this app that you've been advertising. It's all people, no offense, but they're just not as attractive as the ones you're advertising. Anyway, it comes out September 19th on Hulu, which when did we say Hulu is merging? I know I talked about it last time, but Hulu's merging with Disney. Is it the beginning of the year or is it? I don't know. Anyway, she looks slightly different. She looks not exactly like it's her eyes. They changed her eyes. I don't know if she looks good still. She'll always look good. She is probably one of the best Cinderellas we've had. I don't know why people didn't like that Cinderella movie, because I did. It was great. Sorry, there's a really attractive person in this ad. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Hold, please. Speaking of Lily James, she played Pamela Anderson in Pam and Tommy, which I think is so interesting. They didn't get any input from Pamela Anderson about making that TV show. The TV show is good and is actually very sad. I think I don't it didn't seem like they like made fun of her in any way or made her look bad in any way. But it's just weird they didn't get any of her input on this. But the ending, she got so screwed over. So screwed over. Basically, a sex tape of her and her ex-husband Tommy. What's his last name? I hated him though. I hated him. I don't know if he's anything like what he was in the show. I do not like that man. And their sex tape was in the vault and it got stolen and then was released. And then she was labeled like a whore and all this stuff. And he got off like scot free. She lost work because of it. She was sued because of it. Why was she sued? It's just like basically at the end of it, she's like, just give it to him. Just give him the tape. I don't want it. Like it's just everywhere now. So she gave it to someone who could get the rights to it and then I don't know, sue anyone that was copywriting it or whatever. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. She has a new line of pickles, which I think is interesting because this isn't the first time we've talked about a pickle line on this podcast. Tena Mojo had one too, or has one. But it's not on like her website. It's on a different one called Flamingo Estate. And it says the lifestyle brand and the actual estate is owned by Richard Christiansen. He is the founder and the person behind the brand, which is inspired by his 7-acre property in Los Angeles. He started selling produce from the estate during the pandemic to support local farmers, later expanded into candles, soaps, and other wellness products. So, Pamela has pickles on this one. And I think it stems from because she has a cookbook now because she kind of moved to a farm. And didn't she get married for a minute? I think she did. To like a farmhand or something. And she's like got really into gardening. This was before her book came out. This is before her son did that documentary about her. She kind of just wanted to be away from Hollywood. She's kind of just done. So I'm happy that she's back and she's just embracing this new like makeup free lifestyle and gardening and stuff. But she must want to show off her gardening skills now and her cooking skills because she has pickles. They're $38 a bottle for 24 fluid ounce. It says Pamela Anderson spicy rose dill pickles. It's got her picture on it. I love this. Whoever did the packaging of this did a really good job. Handmade in Los Angeles. To be honest, so it says 100% of proceeds go to the California Wildfire Association. Let's see. Anderson's family recipe with 100% of proceeds going to California Wildfire Center. So to be honest, 6 months ago, we didn't know a ton about pickles other than we liked them. But in this house, when Pamela Anderson calls with an idea, the answer is always a resounding yes. After months of development with Pam in the Flamingo Estate kitchen, we're thrilled to announce that we've got a couple hundred jars of the most delicious pickles we've ever tasted. Let's see. The secret to Pam's pickles is an award-winning recipe that was passed down by her great aunt, V. The delicious base is packed with rose dill mustard and garlic. The perfect partner for the signature flavors of Flamingo Estate, pink peppercorns. Oof, I don't know how to say that word. I'm not gonna. It's just something with a G, chile, and smoky sea salt. Like the legendary icon whose name they share, Pamela's pickles are both hot and vegan. 100% of the proceeds from Pamela's pickles benefit the California Wildfire Center, a nonprofit near and dear to Pamela's heart. For nearly 30 years, the CWC has rescued, rehabilitated, and released thousands of native wild animals along the California coast. Each jar you bring home helps keep their important work alive. So there you go. There you have it. They ship on 9/2, September 2nd, excluded from discounts. This website's pretty cool though, you guys. It has like a skincare set, candles. It's all, I'm guessing, homemade, handmade. um, yeah, it looks pretty cool. They have a book, Shop the Guide. I kind of want that book as a coffee table book. It is $50 if anyone would like. Oh, Jane Fonda's in it. Jane Fonda is an icon and iconoclast with a polymathic, is that how you say it, resume as Hollywood royalty. Clute is my #1 favorite film. VHS fitness vixen, 2-time Academy Award winner, and fierce social justice activist. She is lightning rod for change, hope, and cultivating ever-evolving selves. A living testament to what happens when you have a voice and are unafraid to use it. Wow, we've already been talking for an hour? Sorry, let me get moving. We have a lot to talk about. There's a billionaire trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. Don't know why. I mean, it'd be cool, but someone's like, why can't billionaires use their money for good? Why are they always trying to bring back something? That being said, richest female in America, Alice Walton, who we talked about recently. What did we talk about her for? She just got richer. She just paid for a school in Arkansas. It's a Alice L. Walton School of Medicine, ed school in Arkansas. So she's part of the Walton family, the Walmart family. Fun fact, I can't remember if I said this on the podcast or on the TikTok. If Sam Walton were alive, he'd probably still be the richest man ever, because the company is split up into like all the kids. Let's see. Walton family net worth. Here we go. Because they're the richest family. Oh my gosh. $432 billion. The $432 billion fortune of the Walton family, as reported by Bloomberg, is greater than the GDPs of entire countries. For comparison, Greece's GDP is around 300 billion, Hungary's is approximately 200 billion, and Iran's is just above 400 billion. That, oh gosh, and just knowing, like, his book was really good. He wrote it before he died. He's just like a simple man. He just owned like 5 and dime stores. He would go across the river in his old car with like his dogs in it and just buy up as much product as he could and then come back and sell it at a discounted price. And that's kind of where he got the idea for Walmart. I mean, he talks about how he like came up with the idea for Walmart. He basically played off of Kmart. He took a lot of ideas from Kmart, and he will admit that. He's like, I would, when I go on trips or on business trips or whatever, or he would just go to stores and he'd like measure the aisles. He'd see how big their aisles were. He would look at their lighting, how many lights they had. He would literally copy what he thought was good and make sure to do what he didn't think was good in the other stores. He was just good at what he did. He wanted to do this and he did it. And let's see, what is the GDP of America? Oops, GDP of the US. Oh my gosh. Wow. $29 trillion as of 2024. That is insane. Then it's China with 18 trillion and then Japan with 4 trillion. That's not even close. The top two. It's not even close. And even between the top two, that's not even close. The GDP of California, if it was its own country, would be bigger than, it would be the 5th largest economy in the world. Yeah. In 2024, California's GDP was 4.1 trillion. This makes California the 4th largest economy in the world, surpassing Japan. If California were a country, it would rank behind only the United States, China, and Germany. I think that's different now. What is the GDP of Germany? Good question. That's interesting that Germany is so high up there. 4.6 trillion. That's weird. It didn't say. Okay, so Germany is before Japan, just FYI. Oh my god. Can I just have some of it? Please, 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 please. The new Narnia film has begun filming. It's the one Greta Gerwig is doing. I think it's for Netflix, if I'm correct. Come on. Greta Gerwig is a director. Greta Gerwig is the writer, also C.S. Lewis. He's the one that wrote the movie, or the book. It's got Daniel Craig, Carey Mulligan, and Meryl Streep as a rumor, as Aslan. That's interesting. They're mixing it up a little bit. And so far, that is the only cast that has been... How can they begin filming if that's the only people we know that's in it? Maybe I read wrong. But yeah, it does not say when it is coming out. 2026. Hurry. Is it a movie or is it a TV show? Expected November 26, 2026. I think it's a movie. We'll just go with that. Let's see. Oh my gosh. There's just so much to talk about, you guys. Beyonce has won an Emmy for costume design for her football halftime show during Christmas. I don't know how they are talking about that already, but they are. This is interesting. Krispy Kreme has collabed. Krispy Kreme Harry Potter has collabed with Harry Potter. They're doing a Harry Potter version of donuts, and they look really good. I'm actually going on a severe health craze. I'm not going to call it a diet soon because Halloween is coming up. And trust, I will not have this gut for Halloween. Krispy Kreme launches Harry Potter themed donuts for a limited time. Let's see. I want to see the donuts. They're not even showing me the donuts. Okay, here's what they are. We've got Gryffindor, an unglazed shell donut filled with cookie butter, flavored cream, dipped in red icing and Biscoff cookie crumble, topped with golden icing drizzles and the Gryffindor crest. Slytherin, an original glazed donut topped with chocolate and green buttercream. Oh my gosh. Flavored swirls, chocolate cookie sugar blend, and the Slytherin crest. Hufflepuff, an unglazed shell donut filled with brown butter toffee flavored custard, dipped in a golden yellow icing and topped with black chocolate drizzle cookie crunch and the Hufflepuff crest. Okay, and then Ravenclaw, an original glazed donut with blueberry flavored icing, sprinkles the color of the House of Ravenclaw and Ravenclaw crest top. I feel like they didn't give that one very much. And then the Sorting Hat, an original glazed donut dipped in blueberry flavored icing, topped with Ravenclaw sprinkles and a crest. I mean, they did that wrong. They did that wrong. I caught you. You just copied and pasted. That's not what it's supposed to be. They look good, though. They look really good. Trust, I will be getting this. Harry Potter Back to Hogwarts collection. Oh, Krispy Kreme debuted it. I should have just looked at this one. This looks, oh my gosh, you guys, this looks really good. Okay, the Sorting Hat. This is what the Sorting Hat really is. An enchanting treat featuring a soft, unglazed shell filled with surprise house-colored cream. It's dipped in rich chocolate-flavored icing and topped with shimmering gold stars. Gold shimmer sugar, and a sorting hat piece. Take a bite and see what your sorting hat donut will reveal. They've also got a golden snitch latte, a rich caramel toffee inspired latte blending sweet golden flavor with creamy goodness topped with whipped cream, biscoff, a crunchy cookie crumble, and a sprinkle of golden shimmer sugar. It's magic. Sorry, it's hard to read these. It's a magical indulgent treat in every sip. Plus, they have Harry Potter boxes. Trust, they will be going next to my Kardashian crumble boxes. Also available and select retail locations. Harry Potter specialty 6-count assorted donuts will be available at select retailers including Walmart, Kroger, Publix, Stater Brothers, and more. Never even heard of Stater Brothers. Interesting. Okay. Where is Stater Brothers? Stater Brothers location. Southern California. Interesting. Okay. The more you know. I was thinking as I was reading all these hard to read descriptions, do you think that these food companies have stepped up their game because of Crumble? Like I think they used to collab and do stuff, but like this is like over the top. And Crumble's good at marketing, you guys. Crumble's good at what they do. Whether you love them or hate them, they are good at what they do. And I think they've made other food places, they consider them fast food. And I'm like, that's not food. That's a ball of sugar and butter. Like, it's not food. Let's not get carried away. Yeah. Oh, look, they have a Krispy Kreme and Circus and Excalibur. And, well, that's it. They have some more in Las Vegas, but I didn't know they had one at Excalibur. I'll be going. Okay, they're available through 8/18, which is Sunday, right? Wonder why they're doing this. Is like a Harry Potter thing coming out? That's a really interesting question. So starting today, if you're listening to this, starts today and ends on the 14th, which is I don't know. That's a good span of time. It's almost a month. Trust, I will be getting them, and I will be doing a review on my TikTok because I need to get my TikTok going again. Okay, this leads me to my next one, and probably my last one, because I've been just yapping this whole time, which is good. It's good. I will be honest with you guys, it's really hard to start recording. I don't know why. It's hard for me to start anything, but once I get started, I enjoy it. But for me, it's like pulling teeth. I'm like, get in the podcast room and start recording. Last time I could barely keep my eyes open. I was so tired. I was so tired. Not this time though. I had a nap. And yeah. Anyway, speaking of food collabs, no wonder I'm a big back because I just keep wanting to try all these celebrity stuff. Shania Twain has partnered with McDonald's. Shania Twain partners with McDonald's for new menu items. Says that don't impress her much. McDonald's is still the one for Shania Twain. The Canadian country pop superstar is teaming up with McDonald's to Sorry. Oh, this scared me. Some Fox News ads just popped up. Shania's sides. The campaign announced Monday officially kicked off Tuesday at participating locations in Canada. Two fan favorites headline the collaboration, including the all-dressed McShaker fries. Those look good. Featuring an iconic all-dressed seasoning, and the return of the strawberry pie, described as sweet, stylish, and baked daily. The Giddy Up Singers collaboration also offers a limited edition cowboy boot keychain. Oh, with purchase of an extra value meal available while supplies last. When is this happening? Before rising to international superstardom, Twain, 59, worked at McDonald's in Toronto. Oh, she's come full circle. The collaboration feels like a homecoming for me. Twain says, I fell in love with McDonald's fries while working as a crew member in Toronto, so being able to dress them up with my personal touch was surreal. Whether you're enjoying an all-dressed McShaker fries or gearing up for a big moment, life is just more exciting when you're all dressed up. In 2023, Jane told ET Canada that she learned a lot from working at Ronald McDonald, or for Ronald McDonald. I worked at McDonald's in several departments, but I loved the drive-thru. Really, I always love like, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please? It's just a very quiet rhythmic, and I like to serve. Interesting. Back in the US, McDonald's has collaborated with many celebrities in the recent years. Are we not going to get this? No. I read it even. I didn't even. Dang it. That makes me so upset. Looks like I'm going to have to go to Canada because I really want this. The fries look so good, you guys. Plus, I want the keychain. It's not fair. It's not fair. Anyway, okay. That will be it for me, fam. There's still a lot to talk about. I guess we will just either push it to next week or not talk about it at all. It'll just go in the archives of stuff I forgot. Anyway, thank you for listening or watching. If you want to watch now, you can watch them on Spotify for sure, but you can also watch them on YouTube, which is kind of the direction I guess everyone's headed. And so I kind of cleaned that up and it's all ready to go for you. All the episodes are on there. Although it did say 86 videos, and I'm like, but I have 100 episodes. Where are the other 14 videos? I don't know. But anyway, if you would like to follow along on Patreon, go ahead and do that. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever. Tell people about me. Leave a 5-star rating. And yeah, I don't know. I just found out more people listen to this that I just would not expect to listen to this. So thank you. I really appreciate it. I just always am so interested to find out who listens and who doesn't. Trust, I know when you don't. I know. But like people like my mom was like, "Oh yeah, so and so listens to your podcast." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, I just don't picture them being interested in what I have to say. Not that it's like a bad like what I have to say is boring and stuff, but they just have a different lifestyle. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, I did see someone commented because I uploaded some of the old episodes 6 months ago, and then I just never got back around to doing the rest of them. And someone's like, your voice and cadence is just so soothing and relaxing. And I'm like, that is so interesting because one of my biggest insecurities for a long, long, long time was my voice. I hated my voice. Like, I think everyone does when it's on film or on like a recording, you know? But now I'm used to it because I hear it a lot. But I hated it. So I get a lot of compliments on my voice. And I'm just like that. I never would have thought that's what I would have got complimented on. Not my knowledge. Not my knowledge for celebrities, but my voice. So if you like the cadence of my voice, you're welcome. And it'll be here for a long, long, long time. Anyway, that'll be it for me. What am I doing this weekend? Going to a birthday party, get my eyebrows done tomorrow, my hair cut tomorrow. That's why I'm wearing this hat. And I'm going to see Freakier Friday tomorrow, finally. So anyway, thanks. Bye.